Hello and welcome back for episode 9 of the Lovejoy Nation podcast. What's new, everyone? What's everyone been up to?
Hey, what have I been up to? I've just returned from a little vacation, as you folks call it, down in Cornwall. Lovely, fantastic, nice and relaxing. Other than that, it's been back to work and stressful.
Oh, I don't like to hear that.
So what about you, Angie?
Hey guys, well, school is back in session here, so I have been consumed with driving back and forth to school. Pebble just started high school, so that is a brand new adventure for all of us. Other than that, I've just been, doing the usual everyday kind of thing and looking forward to tour, which is going to start sooner rather than later. It feels like time goes fast, so that's about it.
Sounds fun and chaotic at the same time. But yeah, the tour will be here. I think the album's in 40 days as of this recording, someone said today. So
that's wild.
Take their math and trust it. I've been up to, we just adopted a puppy dog.
We've heard.
A little pretty girl. Yeah. Daisy. As a new companion for our dog Mikey, because about a month ago we had to put our older girl down. She was not doing well, but she lived a nice, good, long life. But then Mikey was lonely, so we found him a little friend. And now he's the big brother. And it's been a blast. So yeah, we officially just adopted her. So that's what's going on in my world. Chaotic as well.
Sounds like they're getting along well.
Yeah, definitely besties now, which is a relief.
Good. So what's on the show tonight?
On today's episode, we will discuss Lovejoy band news, the latest happenings with the band, Pay and Display, the new single and music video that just dropped, Fave, the app for fans. We will talk more about that, and tour talk, updates, ticket availability, latest discussions about anything related to the tour, the One Simple tour. Now, to move on to the band news. Sadly, this news should be happier than it is, but we do have to talk about it. Oh, let's see, how long ago was that? A couple weeks ago, someone discovered in the UK, I believe, because they had UK Ticketmaster, they got an alert for 2 shows in Brighton for August 18th and 19th, like a secret surprise debut album reveal gig at Green Door Store and Alphabet, 2 small clubs in Brighton. And so everyone was freaking out, especially anyone that was available to go and lived in the area. I even knew some people that were on vacation or planning vacations. They started to shift their plans to get to these gigs because holy smokes, to see them perform the songs from the album, full like 2 months before the release, huge. And these small venues, I think they only held like 100, 150 people. Well, most unfortunately, there were some negative comments made online, and I believe that it started with the opening band caught wind or found out about,
the situation.
Yeah, the situation that we can't seem to get away from. And the opening band decided to pull out of doing the 2 shows. And once that happened, and there was just, unfortunately, a lot of negativity in the comments, raised enough red flags for the operators of these 2 clubs that they saw it best to just avoid any potential issues, situations that, they'd rather not have to deal with, unfortunately. And they decided to no longer host these events in their spaces. And so it's just very sad and discouraging, and we can only imagine how that felt for the boys being at their hometown and to be treated this way. But I know, Dave, being from England, you have your own take and perspective on it, because you were one of those people that was rearranging life to make this happen.
I was indeed. Obviously, news of it broke, and we all went frantic. I was on holiday at the time, and it was like, yeah, tickets come out then, blah, blah, blah. I spoke to you folks, and we were like, oh, amazing, can't wait. I was supposedly due back to work that day, but,
First gig day.
yeah,
right?
I was going to go. I was going to do my damnedest to get tickets. I would have been in trouble with my daughter,
I was just going to say,
big time trouble.
yeah,
To the extent of I've now had to buy her MCR tickets just to soften the pain
Yeah.
of an upcoming gig if it comes up.
Mhm.
And I've got to take her to watch this group, whoever they are.
Excuse me.
But yeah, and then the dog do hit the fan, and everything was cancelled, and just over some comments, really. There was a few comments on both of the club's Instagram, and yeah, it just went, well, spiraled downhill, really. And I was absolutely gutted. I'd planned what I was going to do, what time I was going to get down there. I was even going to plan to try and meet up with your friend who was going to try and get to the gig as well, so that we could report back for you folks, basically. You know, that Monday night, we would have known all the song titles, everything. You would have
Think
had,
about it.
yeah,
I felt so bad for everyone that was so
Yeah.
excited to go. Just what a punch to the gut. I mean, it's
It-
just awful. And for what? For nothing. I mean, really.
yeah. I know. On the Monday, I sent you both a text, and I'm like, it's my first day back at work. I should have been in Brighton now, and it just sucks. And
Mhm.
I was really down for a couple of days, sort of Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, it didn't help going back to work after a couple of weeks off, but yeah, absolutely.
When those dates came, and you knew what should have been happening those dates.
Yeah,
And I do want to say that there were fans outspoken on these Instagram accounts for Alphabet and Green Door Store, expressing their heartbreak. Even, parents, kids, all ages, and expressing positive things about Lovejoy, but it wasn't enough. And I don't know, there's got to be more than 100 of these kinds of places in Brighton. The week I spent there, I didn't really see any mischief, but I know it happens, and especially when people are drinking. And I guess they just want to avoid any potential skirmishes that could happen. I don't think there is really a safety issue, like they had used that wording that bothered me, other than if it just takes one rowdy person, right? One rowdy hater
and
to
do you know what?
bump chest with someone else.
That probably would have been a person outside
Mm-hmm.
who's
Really?
not come
Yeah.
to the gig
That's not paying
just
to come to the gig.
protest.
Correct.
I
you
will
know?
say though, looking at all the comments on Alphabet and the Green Door, I think it was called. One good thing, I guess we could say, if there is a good thing, is that almost all of the comments from the Lovejoy fans were respectful. I didn't see a lot of insulting the venue or insulting somebody else. I saw a lot of people on the other side of the coin being very insulting
Very
and
nasty.
disrespectful, but I did not see Lovejoy fans acting that way. So good job, guys.
Yeah, I was going to comment, but I was just so bitter, and I thought if I comment, I'm going to say something that I regret.
Right, and then someone will come back and say something extra
Exactly
rude.
that, and then it escalates. So it was just easier just to unfollow them and walk away. But absolutely gutted. And I know we're going to talk about it later. I asked the question in Will's Q&A, and somebody else answered the question about will there be a Brighton gig, and
Or a UK gig.
yeah,
I guess
or
was the
a
word.
UK gig, and he replied, "We are working on it." So there's a glimmer of hope, as long
Yeah.
as it's not Manchester.
Come on.
I'll accept London. I'm not going to Manchester.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
Let's get real, Dave. You would go.
Not
Yeah,
to
you would.
Manchester. It's too far for a day out. It's too far.
Come on now.
Gotta do it for the pod.
Yeah, you got to take one for the team, Dave.
I would have had to have driven down to Brighton, watched the gig, because the last train home was about 10:15, and you think, is the gig going to finish by then? So, and then I would have had to, by the time I would have got back to the car, I would have been home at probably 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then up for work the next day. But I would have done that for the team.
Aw, thanks. No, I get it. But I hope we hear some good news soon about a
So do I. I really
reschedule.
I really do. Sadly, I do think they may have trouble in Brighton now. I don't know. When I say trouble getting a gig.
Right, because it's crazy because obviously I was there for a week, but I wore Lovejoy shirts every day, carried around a Lovejoy tote bag, Lovejoy pins on my bag, surrounded by tons of people. I never heard like a backhanded comment. I never saw someone make a face. I never anything. Don't care. Like I've seen people say, especially when this whole thing was fresh, oh, like I'll get beat up if I wear my Lovejoy shirt in London or Brighton or something. No. This is mostly like an online thing. And it's all about what's the image? No. I'm trying to think of the word. They have to look like they're the upstanding ones. They're taking a stand and,
They're being performative. Yeah. And the people that started it probably weren't even from Brighton at all. Probably had nothing to do with the city.
But you know what? They've been trying. There's been a group of people that make it their job to try to get the shows canceled, and they've tried in Asia and Australia and elsewhere, and these venues for the most part, and they're larger venues, maybe that's it, don't care if you if people
bums on seats, money in the bank, as long as everything goes smoothly, they don't care.
I think that's just what added extra hurt to the whole equation, was that great, now there's going to be gloating because they were successful this one time, and of all places where these guys are from.
And most venues won't listen to a bunch of hearsay and he said, she said, and stuff without any it's just words. It's just people making up things. And I was actually a little surprised that a venue would go so far as to take action on that, because these other places, they don't care. They know that, people talk and there are so many rumors and everything else going on about other people. And they, like Dave said, it's not even a blip on their radar.
The fact that they bowed down to that kills me, because, the opening band is probably some new, younger band, sort of freshly out of the gate. Lovejoy was recognized by MTV, Rolling Stone, was on the charts in the UK, has toured all over the world. It just doesn't compute. That's a big get for a small venue. So
that's
right?
Yeah.
So it's their loss too. And so part of me also wonders, we'll never know. I know one of the venues said, well, we're going to talk to some people and try to figure this out, right? And the next thing you know, they canceled. Part of me is like, did they go back to the band, and did they ever freaking talk to them? Or if they did the band just like say, hey, you know what? We don't want any problems. Like, it's fine. Maybe they surrendered. Maybe they said, you know what, forget it.
Who knows? But I know I was bummed out.
Yeah.
And I know that probably 500, 600, 700 other, and let's face it, adult fans of Lovejoy.
True.
Because it was an over 18s gig.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're bummed out.
It was sad. I'm sorry. I was going to say, it was sad for the people the next day that were like, wait, where's the ticket sales? Why can't I find where you buy the tickets?
No, I know. I saw that. There were some people that didn't know. And these venues, I mean, they both could have sold probably at least 2 nights worth of shows. So, I mean, they just missed out on, they just missed out on a good opportunity for themselves too. But whatever, I guess.
Yeah. Each show probably could have sold out every night for 5 nights.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
And I'm sure they have like some sort of bouncer or someone at the front
Of course
that
they
should be
do.
able to handle like the 1 or 2 people that actually were going to show up and be obnoxious when you think about it too. Okay. Well, let's move on to happier things because we do have a lot of happy stuff to discuss. Angie, maybe you could talk about the Lovejoy subreddit where Will went on this weekend, surprised us with a pop-up Q&A about the album.
He did. Oh gosh, was that a couple of days ago? All of a sudden, he popped on the Reddit and took some Q&A, and he really had some pretty interesting things to say. One of the things that really piqued my interest is somebody had asked a question pertaining to all of the scrapped songs and quote unquote B-sides, and Will replied something to the effect of, we have a plan for those, and I think that you'll like what we're going to do with them. So I don't know. What do we think? Are they going to put out an album of, B-sides? I think Lesley, you said in a conversation earlier, maybe a record store day thing or something like that. I thought that was pretty intriguing. And there was quite a few questions about the tour, about the record. I know somebody had asked, are you nervous about the tour? And he said, yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm nervous. I'm excited too. I'm excited to come back to America. So that was kind of fun to hear, obviously being from the States. So I was excited to hear that. And it's always just a really great opportunity, even if you don't get your question answered, which Lesley, I know he answered one of yours. Yeah. Which one was it? What one did you ask?
I asked if he could possibly tell us a favorite lyric from the album that we don't know of yet, or, just so we can get like a little crumb.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And what did he say?
He said he didn't feel it was his place to answer it. He wanted to hear what we thought was like our favorite lyric for when the time comes.
Okay. But it's always fun. Like I said, even if you don't get your questions answered, it's great to read through and hear what he has to say. And it's,
yeah, like when he gets snarky back to the people that are being funny snarky.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Somebody asked a non-tour question because he said tour and album questions only or whatever. He's like, well, that does not relate, but I'll answer it anyway. Fine.
Right. He's like, I realized I was being mean.
Yes. But no, there was some really good stuff there. It's kind of neat to get a little window into what he's thinking and how things are going. But hopefully he'll come on and do one of those again soon because it's always fun.
Yeah, I think maybe an album called Scrapped, because everybody always uses that word, scrapped, and even that video he put on Reddit one time was just scrapped. Yeah, and I thought Record Store Day just as because that's an opportunity to sell records, but for more accessibility for more people, I guess you'd want it to not be a Record Store Day thing. You'd want it to be something they sell on their website or at their concerts or something.
No, let's have a UK Record Store Day.
And US. Let's just make it,
No,
yeah,
just
because we have a Record Store Day too,
Okay, well then, Dave.
I can buy them. I can sell them to you for treble.
What?
We're friends. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have like 6 signed tour posters, right?
I know. I was thinking about that. Like, what are we gonna do with these? I'm sure we'll find a good use for them, but
first world problem.
There was a lot of questions too about if things tie together in the album, and I know we'll talk more about that when we talk about Pay and Display, but that was intriguing to hear what he said about that, and if songs are kind of interwoven together into a story and whatnot. So it was there any other questions or answers that really kind of stuck out to you guys that you thought were interesting?
Well, the one sad one was he said they'll play anywhere that will have them.
Yeah.
I
think the question was, will you be playing so and so or wherever? And that's what he returned or replied. And I thought, That's so sad.
Yeah.
Real mixed emotions sort of thing.
Right. It still stings.
And
makes sense too.
Are they sorting out a UK tour? Is it already sorted? Have some other people said no? You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on, but I thought the reply was quite sad.
It kind of hurt my heart.
Absolutely. I mean, the only one that stood out for me was, will you at least have one UK show? Which the answer was, we are trying. So that was just my hope and saving grace.
Right, that was a big one.
Understandable.
Okay, so moving on. I remember, I think we had a discussion about AWOL's disappeared from a picture a couple of 3 weeks ago. So it turns out that Lovejoy have parted ways with AWOL and are now using Revolution Records. So they are part of Warner Records, which Lovejoy are also attached to, partnering with, I guess you would call it.
Well, Revolution Records is the distributor.
Yes.
And Bill Cat is still the label.
Yeah. So they've all teamed up, and from what we've seen, it's all pretty good so far.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get a chance to work with a big label like that.
Yeah, I know it's a Revolution is a subsidiary for the independent market side of it.
Right.
But it's still attached to it, so it's still got a good name.
Credibility, correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it seems like they are, they do it all. They help with promotion and other things. So I'm already seeing the effects of it. I noticed that some people trying to post clips of the song or videos, a message will come up and mention copyright and that the video is blocked. So that it's being extra protected more so than in the past.
Which is good.
That's good.
I mean, it may not be for us where you can't necessarily share it, given the time differences and all that lot. But, I wouldn't be able to send it to you because I'm in the future. So, it's good. You've literally got to try and wait your turn and not be one of those people who get it out soon as it comes in Indonesia or where.
Let's make sure to funnel the money, really, when it comes down to it, to the creators, the artists themselves.
Absolutely. And I think, with the album track list as well, I think that's all part of the promotion, the hype, really. I know we're going to talk about that a bit later.
Or I could get into it now. We could go right to that. Let's go. Yeah, so we got the track list. At first we thought it was a mistake, but it's really everywhere now, right? So it's out there. It's not a secret. And it's funny because Ash was dropping hints for a while, and some people's guesses were really right on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the, I have to say, baptism picture. How many times have we looked at it and said baptism? Or is it this? Or is it that? Or is it this? It could be this. But we've all mentioned the baptism picture.
And with that appears to be track 1 on the One Simple Trick album. Baptism, then Pay and Display, with Rob as my witness. White Shark Cafe, Common Touch, Perfect Blue, Foxholes, Fatal, Death Box, Scoundrels, and finishing up with Monochrome, an almost 6-minute song.
That's going to be an epic finale, isn't it?
Yeah. Some of these, just by the title, I'm like, what the heck could this song be with that name? Death Box.
Then you didn't expect Pay and Display. We've all had the 26 seconds snippet, but you just didn't expect Pay and Display to be what it was.
It's very true. I thought it was all going to sound, the whole 3 minutes or whatever, sound like that snippet, but it doesn't, which is so cool. And I would have been fine with it sounding like the chorus, but it's so much more. So much more complex.
So much more.
Yeah. You got to hear it maybe first. but I
No, we
definitely heard
didn't.
it last.
No, Australia was definitely before us.
Oh, I meant as far as the three of us, but
No, because I was asleep. I will not. I refuse to stay up till midnight. I listened to it at 5:45 in the morning. So I don't think I was. You might have heard it before me if you stayed up.
I didn't hear it till my drive into work, like 7:30, 7:45.
Okay, so Angie may have heard Pay and Display possibly loosely the same time as me if she stayed up till midnight.
Yeah, I did actually. It was close.
So
yes.
I was loosely about 6:00. You were loosely about 6:00. It started off, and I was like, "This is not like the snippet." But then it's like, "Oh, okay, this is really good, really good." Listen to it again just to get my head round it.
I was freaking blown away. I think, like you, that I was not expecting the rest of the song to sound like that based on the chorus that we had heard.
Absolutely.
And yeah, those, oh my gosh, those opening notes of Ash's bass, like I screamed. I like audibly like gasped. I couldn't believe it. I was not expecting that.
You like a bit of bass, don't you?
Oh, I love a good bass. I love it.
It's all about the bass.
No trouble.
I played the bass drum in the marching band. I don't know from bass guitars. My daughter's embarrassed by me because I just told her yesterday I didn't know until recently that there was like even more than one kind of guitar. I thought electric guitar is electric guitar. She's like, "What? Why would I know that? I played the drums and we didn't have guitars."
That's funny. Pebble plays bass. And you know, when I was little, it's really weird. Like, I always thought it'd be cool to be a bass player. But anyway, I digress. Yes, I love that about Lovejoy, how Ash's bass is so prominent in a lot of their songs, and Pay and Display is no exception. And can we talk about Will's voice in that song?
No.
It is. Yeah, well, we're gonna anyway, so you're just gonna have to,
you could talk about
Ash's discussion.
We can talk about Will's voice.
Yeah. If we could talk about Ash's skincare routine, we can talk about Will's voice.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd say he found his sweet spot in his voice is how I like to sort of put it. I do know a little bit about singing, and I just feel like it sounds like he found his comfortable range, his comfy. I'm sure it's like even more enjoyable for him to sing these songs than trying to hit high notes and things like that. I think it's just perfect for him, a perfect fit, and it's more complex, the music and his voice and just that bridge. So he's been working hard for sure.
And he sounds confident. He sounds like he's comfortable and confident.
Absolutely.
He's having fun with it. Yeah.
It's truly a quality song. I mean, the producers, etc., mixers, whoever, the backroom boys, brilliant job.
All the layering of the sounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really complex. I mean, take a listen to Are You All Right and then listen to this. And not that I don't like Are You All Right, because that's fantastic for what it is, but the progression and the growth that these guys have gone through, and just, I mean, really, when you think about it, it's a short amount of time is mind-blowing, really.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely agree. I mean, we're older than some of the younger fans, and they're like, "Oh, I really don't like this change." And there's been a few of them. And I'm thinking, well, all the bands do it, you know?
But yeah. But no, you're right, Dave. Every band goes through growth and change. It's just the way it is. If they stayed the same forever, then, I mean, you know.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, they are artists, and this is a craft and a creative process. And it's great to see, you know, that they're so proud and they've really worked so hard crafting this. And if they had 1 ounce of insecurity about it, that would be sad. But it seems like no, they're all super hyped, they're all on the same page and not super scared, because they know they've produced a quality product that they all, at the end of the day, are very happy and pleased with.
I really liked Joe's Instagram story from, was it Friday, maybe Saturday? It was just really sweet. It was about, you know, how basically that I love this song so much. I'm so glad to be able to share it with you guys. I hope you like it. blah blah
Yes.
blah.
And he's
It
so
was very cute.
Joe's usually pretty quiet. I screenshot that. I found it. Love this tune of ours so much, and I'm so proud of the boys. It means so much every time we put a track into the world, and just hope it's a big enough tune for you guys.
Yeah. I love that.
So they succeeded. They more than they succeeded and went above and beyond expectations even. Yeah.
Just by skimming through the Reddit, I think the general consensus is that people really liked it. Just looking at some of the comments and the replies. I liked the one somebody put pay and display for president. I'm like, okay, all right. But yeah, real positive response, I think, from what I've seen.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's not that people disliked Rob, but when you compare the two, this one's just like knocks it out of the ballpark.
But they are two different songs. It's like having a slow song on an album and then a fast
That's
song.
true. I listened to them both
The
on
two-
repeat.
Yeah, I have Normal People Things, Sober, Pay and Display, and Rob just in a playlist. So effectively, let's call it all their new stuff.
Right.
Listening just to all four, how they've grown from Pebble Brain, and all four songs go together.
There's a reason too for them releasing songs in the order that they release them. You know, there's a strategy. So
Absolutely,
you know, they had a certain something in mind when they put out Rob. Whatever it is, I mean, who knows? But that's what they wanted to do at the time. So
yeah, everybody's going to go wild because it's going to be the first song off the album.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what song it is, everybody's going to go wild. That starts the hype.
Right.
It does. And I always feel like with albums, especially with younger bands, that first album, they rarely just come right out of the gate with their barnstormer, quote unquote, best song on the album. You have to kind of build up, I think, to that a little bit.
It's exactly what they've done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that, and this kind of goes into the music video now, is that the music video for Pay and Display seems to be a prequel to Rob. So it kind of reminds me of the Star Wars movies, how they put them out of order.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's why, like the dynamics of the Rob video really pull you in. And then now it makes sense to tell us how we got there by showing us this music video in this order, in this way.
And then, right at the end of the music video, it goes into Rob. What does that make you want to do? Watch the next
Then
video.
watch Rob. Right?
Genius.
It is. It's
How
so
does
smart.
it fit in? Let me watch them both.
When you see that list of credits, everyone involved in the making of these music videos, it's a humongous effort and team, and it's just so thoughtful and so well done. It makes me really want to petition MTV to play music videos again, because they need to be out there more than just online. I know more people are online than on TV, but yeah, I think we need to bring that back. They have the Video Music Awards, but they don't show music videos. So that's my little speech on that. But yeah, let's talk about the music video for Pay and Display. What do y'all think about it? And the creepy Will factor.
There is a lot going on there, isn't there? There's a lot to unpack. I will say the meat guy is super creepy. I love how they have the anvil in there. Right at, what is it, about like a minute 15 or whatever, in one of the elevators you can see the anvil kind of going sideways. Well, that's pretty cool.
We love an Easter egg.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it was, and the symbolism, and we didn't even get to talking about the lyrics. The symbolism in the lyrics, and then how it was portrayed, how some of it was portrayed in the music video. The elevator dropping down, everything turning red, going to hell, in theory. The cellar, which he's walking around in Rob, the basement.
I liked the way we had 42 in there. 42
Hitchhiker's
is
Guide to the
answer
Galaxy.
to everything. Yeah,
Yep,
Hitchhiker's Guide, yeah.
Yeah.
He mentioned that on a stream.
That's right.
Yeah. Just little things.
Mm-hmm.
Same posters in the different videos, silly things like that. You really got to look at background detail.
I think I need to rewatch and watch them in the order now, the correct order.
Yes. Yes. I started thinking about the lyrics yesterday and what it meant, and I feel like it's a little dark. I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like it's maybe the darkest that Lovejoy has gone. Almost
And we didn't
kind
get
of
to Death Box
thing.
yet.
Yeah, right. And we haven't even gotten to Fatal and Death Box yet. But yeah, just then I don't know how far I want to go into this here, but just with some of the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I know, we're thinking the same thing, but what else is
yeah. But and then I know we had a discussion kind of off pod about the whole tithing up my sleeve phrase, which was interesting. What do you guys think that means?
I think with the help of some snooping around Google and like getting ideas. So for those that aren't churchy people, the tithing is a portion of your income that you give to the church. I think that's typically what it is. I just know it as when you go to church, they pass around a tray, they hold around a tray and you drop in a couple bucks.
Yeah, that's more of an updated version. If you go back to medieval times when it was a thing, so if you owned an orchard, you gave 10% of your apples to the church. You gave 10% of everything you earned or produced. I know, we were talking about recently, I visited a tithe barn. And of course it was mentioned, we were speaking about it, and it was like, so I went back into it all, and so they would store those apples in a tithe barn. So it is a form of taxation.
Right.
Basically.
And so I think when he says the blessed always get their way on a subscription basis, they pay for salvation. So it's like that going to church every Sunday, paying the tithing, they're paying their way to get into heaven. And it's like, imagine going to heaven and you show your ticket. I've subscribed. I've been paying every week. There's my ticket to heaven. And when he says, I have a tithing up my sleeve, at first I thought that meant like he was like holding it back and not actually giving it in.
Yeah,
Then
I
I
thought
thought
he was
more
conning the system, not paying his taxes.
But then I thought, as I delved in further to the words he used, an ace up your sleeve is sort of like a trick, right? So one simple trick, you have it up your sleeve.
Yeah.
So that's all ties in. And I guess he's saying he has the way. Maybe it's not necessarily that literal. It's just a clever way to get the one simple trick in there, I think, and to play on the whole ace up your sleeve, tithing up your sleeve, and that he's going to hell because he didn't participate in the subscription plan for salvation, like the blessed do.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Or, like you said with the tithing, maybe he thinks that's, if he gives his 10% to the church or whatever, well, that's one way that I can buy my ticket. Yeah, for sure. But
like he knows the way, but he's not doing the way. And then he says, I had their pills last week or something like that. I was thinking, is that communion? I was thinking maybe someone got him to go to church, then he had communion.
There's so much to unpack in this song. I think we could sit here and talk about this forever.
Someone on the Reddit had a theory that when Wilbur says, and I believe it was on the Reddit, correct me if I'm wrong, if I read this in a different spot, that when Will says, darling, he's talking to himself. And I was like, yeah, sorry for the microphone blowout there. Yeah, he's like talking to his inner self, like talking to himself. So I feel like when he's saying, darling, get my gun, something about this is our way out of town, I think it's not necessarily autobiographical, right? Sometimes we assume that it is, that these lyrics are, but that might not be the case. But I think when he's saying it's the ticket to get us out of town, your indecision is the only thing weighing us down. Like the person is contemplating, this is my theory, the person is contemplating suicide with a gun, and the only thing holding them back is their indecision. They can't fully commit to going there and just doing it. And that's what's weighing them down and trying to talk himself into doing such an awful thing, as opposed to trying to talk himself out of doing the thing. It's dark and it's deep and it's heavy, and he went there with the words, and we don't know. This could be an imaginary person, so we never want to think these are autobiographical, as I said. But I think that's a theory I'm on, and I thought I'd just put it out there. And I think you were sort of going there too, Angie, that sort of idea.
I agree 100%. Yeah, he's having this internal struggle. This character is having this internal struggle with himself. Do I take my own life? Do I not take my own life? It almost sounds like they're trying to talk themselves into it, saying that they can't afford to be scared.
Right.
It's a simple thought. Just trust your intuition. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely. That's completely what I think it's about too.
And maybe that's like when he's in the elevator and all this is going on around him, he has that blank face. And maybe that's just like the blank face of depression, where you're all in your own head. Despite everything else happening around you, you're just in your head. And this conversation is what's going on in his head at that time. Like, you don't want to be in this town anymore. This is your way out of it. Just, do it. Don't be scared. No, don't be scared.
I think it's interesting. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I've not looked deep into the lyrics, but just listen to what you've both been saying. It does make perfect sense. You're talking about the video. You've got all this noise around you, and he's falling. But at the end of the day, the door opens and he walks out. Has he combated the voices in his head? Do you see what I'm saying?
The demons.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it makes you wonder too what the dwelling is supposed to be. Is that a metaphor?
So many ways to interpret it, right?
Like that whole apartment building. I feel like it's a metaphor for something, especially when he and when at the end of Rob, when he literally goes off the deep end into the sea, is that his mind? Is he falling off the deep end figuratively and
I don't
literally?
know, but then he falls off there, but he's blue. Does that lead into the next single or potential single, which is Perfect Blue?
Well, and remember, Mark had that Instagram story or picture of him. It looked like he'd gotten into a fight with the Q chalk at a pool table. He was covered in that blue, the chalky stuff that you put on the end of a Q stick.
That's right.
Yeah, and he said something like, I got in a fight with Papa Smurf or whatnot.
That's right.
Interesting.
Who knows? But, everything that I've listened to you two say kind of makes perfect sense. And I'm sure if we spoke to another person, they may have a slightly different opinion. But I think what we sort of spoke about Rob and things like this, I think it is about his struggles.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I also noticed, this is a little adjacent. I always think when he said Lovejoy adjacent, I just get that word in my head now. Non sequitur, I suppose, is the video clip that Lovejoy posted with the Pay and Display song snippet of Joe trying to pull Will out of the car, but that wasn't in this music video, so I wonder what that's from.
There's a lot of bands are doing it now. They're bringing out rubbish TikToks.
Oh, so you think that they were finding a TikTok? Remember they were trying to find a TikTok? Maybe they just filmed that just for that, and it's not really from anything.
Yeah, they're bringing out because
that's good.
It's got us talking about it.
See? Yeah.
Right.
So, do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But a lot of bands are promoting stuff with a rubbish TikTok because it's different, it's funny, That's
why they were looking for a TikTok. They're probably walking around like, what can we make into a TikTok? How about us looking for a TikTok? Yeah, for you guys that don't know what the hell we're talking about, go on their TikTok, and I think these videos appear there, or perhaps their Instagram reels.
Yeah. You guys listening, if you've got any other theories on what pay and display means, let us know. Write us, email us, whatever. I'm super interested to hear what everybody thinks of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't like I say, I really haven't looked deep into it. I've really been enjoying it, to be quite honest with you. I've been working further away from home, earbuds in, headphones in. Just been enjoying it on repeat. And I'm really liking it. I'm really liking both songs.
Me too. And we had the fact that we have like 11 more is so freaking amazing. We are spoiled. We are getting spoiled. Imagine, like a year ago, we didn't know we'd ever be here. This is so remarkable.
We didn't even know if there was a lot we didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, when I mentioned about starting the pod, we didn't really know where it was going to go, did we?
No, we could have been just talking. We were planning on talking about old things mostly.
Yeah.
Going back.
And then there was word of a new album, and then things were like, okay, we've sort of started this at the right sort of time then.
Yeah, it's very true.
That's right. It all just kind of fell together, didn't it? I forgot about that.
Let's move into how we can support the new single. What are some of the tips and tricks? I know, Angie, you've written so many documents with information on all of these things. Maybe you can enlighten the crowd.
Yeah, I honestly just posted this on the Reddit last night too, and I know that you've been a huge champion of this, Lesley, is contacting Alt Nation. Alt Nation does, what is it, like a top 18 most requested
every
countdown
week on SiriusXM,
and they want to hear from you. They
don't have a show without you calling, without you giving them a voice memo.
Yes. So they want your voice memos. So what you do is you record a voice memo on your phone. Super easy. All you have to say is, hi, my name is Angie. I'd like to hear Pay and Display by Lovejoy. Thank you. And then you just attach that to an email. And I probably could rattle off their email address right now. Yep. Lesley, do you know it off the top of your head? I bet you do. altnation@SiriusXM.com. Easy peasy. And you send them that. And yeah, it's easy as that. And of course, streaming. I know I've got my little Echo Pop upstairs just working overtime. It's probably got, it's starting to smoke with all of the work it's been doing streaming. So I
know we're neck and neck on the leaderboard.
Are we?
Yeah, you sure are.
And I'm pretty sure you posted a really great playlist, right? You put a playlist together?
I made a playlist called Pay and Display All Day. And it's heavily soaked in Pay and Display and some chunks of Rob. And then in between is their usual catalog of bangers.
Nice. So yeah, go check that out if you're on Spotify. Download a playlist and get going on that. Another good way is to just buy the single. I mean, it's like around $1 usually, give or take.
Or $1, maybe $2 tops.
Yeah, and that it helps them out hugely. Yeah.
I honestly thought I must, because I was I don't have Apple or iTunes or anything like that, but I was trying to look at iTunes charts, and I thought, oh yeah, they're selling it 99 cents.
Nice.
And I thought, I must buy it. I must buy both.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can listen to it 100 times and they might not even get 3 pence from that.
I know.
But they might get 50 pence per song.
Yep. And you have to download it, right, Angie? Isn't it the thing, like, buy it and download it is like the important step. Some people might forget that part because they take for granted that you can stream it.
Yep. Download it. And you're right, Dave. It's so much more impactful if you buy it versus streaming it. And if you're on Spotify, if you know somebody that has Spotify Premium maybe and you don't, you know what? Go ahead and have them download it, because if you download it on Spotify Premium, there's a lot more weight placed on it than if you would download it on the free version of Spotify too. So something else to think about. But honestly, really just stream it, add it to your playlists, share it in social media, tell your friends, tell your dog, tell your next door neighbor, whatever. Just
your little brother, tell them to send a voice memo in.
Yes.
I put some links to buy the album. The album, you can actually pre-order the album now too, so you could pre-order the album and buy the song. And the album's inexpensive as well. I put some links up on our blog, on our website, lvjynation.com. So that might be helpful.
Nice.
VIP and general admission ticket availability for the tour. There's about, 6 or so shows coming up for the United States and Canada. Angie, I know you've been looking into the availability of tickets. What has it been like generally?
Yeah, I've been geeking out and checking every once in a while on Ticketmaster and Access and whatnot just to see what's out there. VIP is going quickly. It, I would say at least half of the VIP tickets for shows are sold out, or I guess disclaimer, appear to be sold out. I'm not able to find them on the ticketing website or buy them. So you know what? That's great news for them.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few shows. Washington, D.C. is completely sold out. There are no general admission tickets available at all. The last I saw, Boston had a low ticket alert. And there was another one too. Man, I can't remember off the top of my head. There was another city that had added while supplies last to their, yeah,
Cool.
I'll have to check that out. I had notes and they disappeared. So, but they're going fast. So again, if you're on the fence, grab them if you can. And I've noticed on the Reddit, there's been a lot of talk about VIP tickets, maybe people that didn't score them right away the first time around and are looking to buy some via resale and whatnot. So there's been a lot of questions about that. Basically, most of the time you're not, unfortunately, able to buy a VIP ticket via resale just because for whatever reason the ticket will transfer to you, but the VIP perks that are part of the package does not transfer. This is per Ticketmaster.
Mm-hmm.
I had some questions actually when we were buying tickets, so I called them and talked to them with quite a while just to make sure that I understood it correctly, and that's the deal. So you can buy VIP tickets on resale, but they will not actually be VIP tickets.
Must be general admission.
You will get a general admission ticket.
And I called as well, so I got the exact same answer. So
okay, good. I mean,
sure.
I think the only way that it could work, and I mean, we're doing this too. We've got some friends that are going with us, is if, you know, your friend has an extra ticket and you buy it from them, your friend is able to be there physically with you at the show. Your friend can pick up your VIP perks. I mean, whatever they give you as far as a lanyard or a wristband to get into the meet and greet and the early entry, and then your little goodies, your envelope card packs and whatnot. But other than that, I don't think there is a good, really way to be able to do that. Now, again, you will definitely want to contact the venue and or the ticketer that you bought it from, Ticketmaster or whatnot, just to make sure that, you know, what I'm saying is what they're also telling you. But be careful if someone wants to sell you the VIP tickets, because chances are that you unfortunately will not actually get the whole VIP package with that, and it'll just be a GA ticket. And I don't want anybody to get scammed or end up sad or disappointed. So just something to keep in mind.
Yes.
So basically what you're saying is, if I bought your spare ticket, Angie, I would have to come in with you to be able to, for you to get my perks. Would I still be able to go to the meet and greet?
Yes, because
right, but I would have to come with you, basically.
Right, like we're bringing our daughters. Their name isn't on the ticket purchase, but they're part of our purchase.
But that's what I'm saying. If Angie sold me her spare ticket for VIP, I would have to meet her.
Yeah, you'd have to act like her friend, like you're.
Yeah.
You'd have to pretend that you like me. Now, I know that might be super hard, but you probably could do it if it meant meeting Lovejoy. So you could probably suck it up.
Just don't say anything. That's the safest bet.
But yes, you would have to be there with that person. And that person that person is able to physically give you the VIP stuff, and then it's yours. But
right, it's as if you bought a ticket for your friend or your daughter or
Right.
whoever.
Right. But yeah, so that's the deal with that.
So, VIP, quick one. Let's just say you get 2 carrier bags full of goodies, right? And you open your Anvil card pack and you get a super rare. And I'm talking a super rare, if indeed that's the case. And your daughter opens their pack and they've got 3, however many's in a pack, let's call it 5. They've got 5 commons. Are you going to hand over your super rares?
Well, for me, it wouldn't be an issue. See, we get the Anvil cards, but then I'm nice and let Pebble keep them in a little case on her wall. So we both just kind of assume that they're
You both collect them.
shared property. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're our collection.
Yeah.
She displays them, and if I want to look at them, I
You
just
pay,
look at them.
them.
But
She displays. Get it?
pay and display. Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. I don't know, Dave. What would you do? Would you fight your kid for that super rare?
You probably would. Crazy
Damn
man.
Skippy, I would. That's mine. Who bought your ticket? Therefore, it's
Right?
mine.
I am super interested to see what kind of cards are in these packs. Are we going to get some of the old ones? Are we going to see some new ones? There were a couple that never really saw the light of day. The Joe Goldsmith, it was kind of a sketch of him, and then there was the flaming raccoon skull. I think it was flying over the normal people thing's house, maybe, if I remember correctly. So I'm wondering if those are going to be in there. I guess we just have to wait and see, huh?
I was kind of thinking everybody get the same 5 cards, but maybe I'm being...
If there's a way of monetizing them, it's going to be like your football cards, your Star Wars
Oh,
cards.
so then it should be mixed up.
So, in theory, they should be mixed up. Because I can't wait to have a swapsies with you. Got, need, got, need,
And
got.
we might as well go to Brighton to do that. Instead of by
Absolutely,
mail.
yeah.
I think it really needs to be done in person.
Why should the cards get to travel and not us?
When you said, Dave, if I opened my pack and got a super rare card, I thought you were going to say, and you're going to give it to me, right?
Me too.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
So that's where you're headed.
Yeah. No?
Oh.
No,
Okay,
I went in for one of your competitions for a super rare one. Did I win it? No. So therefore, no.
And I don't know. I think I need to wallpaper my wall with signed Lovejoy posters.
You'll have a good start. You'll have a good start.
Rubbing it in.
And I know this sounds weird because it is a meet and greet, but I wonder, since they're giving the autographed posters, are they going to actually sign stuff? I mean, you would think that they would.
Right.
But they might not.
Let's be real here. In the queue for James Marriott to have your CD signed, meet and greet, I was expecting 2 hours and done. 4.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So have they got 4.5 hours?
No.
We all see it on Reddit. I wonder how many things they can sign for me.
I know they want to give them presents and all this.
I think.
Yeah.
I think you'll get to say hello. You'll get to have a little brief chat.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your goodie bag.
Yep.
Here's your photo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Off your trot. Otherwise, they're going to be there all day.
They
True.
will. Yes, that's
And
honestly,
the germ
it's that-
factor. I know they're worried about getting sick on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's face it. Right? I'd go through. I'd say hello. Blah blah blah. Chat to Ash.
Ask
You
about
two
skincare.
would be 4 hours each.
After I pick myself up off the floor.
We like to talk. What can we say? But no, the first thing I thought of when I saw that they were having the signed poster in that pack is that they probably won't be signing. And I don't blame them. It's a time thing. They want to make sure that they can get through to everybody.
If there's 150 tickets and they've got an hour and a half, and it's late at night here, I'm not doing the math, but it's X amount of time per person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
they have to see every single person because they've paid for the ticket. Now, if
Yep.
you're in front of me and talk for a quarter of an hour, no, it's right though. If
gonna
you're in
get off
front of
the hook.
me,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're in front of me and you talk for a quarter of an hour, and then somebody whispers in their ear, you got to speed things up,
Yeah.
and I get 15 seconds of hello, nice to meet you, goodbye, I'm going to be cheesed off.
For sure. I think it's going to be a lot more structured than maybe people are thinking, because it has to be.
Yeah.
And as far as photos, is there going to, I mean,
I
I've seen.
I honestly believe that a photo will be a turnaround. That's it. Do you know what I mean?
You don't think someone will be there to take the picture?
Yeah, perhaps they might be. Yeah, perhaps there
like
might
a book
be.
signing, there usually is someone that takes your phone and takes the picture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There may well be a member of
He
staff.
doesn't want to touch everybody's phone.
No.
It might be real similar to the setup a couple years ago at Reading and Leeds. They did that photo booth thing where they were all in there. It was one shot and that was it. So
yeah,
maybe that's what they'll do, but they definitely have to be cognizant of their time. So I hope people will understand that. Yeah.
That's why you gotta buy VIP packages for more than one city.
Right. So you can continue your conversation.
So, day 2. God.
Her again.
There's your gift bag. Get out.
Man, there she is, pink hair and all. Well.
Yeah.
Well, I think that takes us to the end of this episode.
It's been fun.
It's been a blast.
Anyway. All right, chickens. Until next time, drop us your comments. Tell us what you think are the meanings of the music video and the songs. What do you think will be the next single?
Yeah, interesting.
And leave comments where you listen, because it's, I don't know, it's fun to see it on the Spotify or Apple, or you can leave reviews or comments on our website as well, lvjynation.com. And we'll see you online, and we'll be doing more lives because we've discovered how much fun they are.
Yeah, we're looking into that, deep delve into that. I know I came on for about 4 or 5 minutes, had a bit of a stressful evening, otherwise I might have been on earlier, but yeah, we'll get things planned. Maybe in between release of that, we can do a live.
Yeah. Good to me.
That'd be fantastic. I love talking with everybody on the lives. It's so cool. Thanks to everybody that showed up.
Yep. And Tyler for popping on.
Yeah, cool. I love Tyler.
Tyler is just the best.
Hair dryer on wheels day. That was a good one. Anywho.
Thanks for listening.
I'm going to love you and leave you. All right. Until next time, gang. Thanks for listening. And we'll catch you around next time.
See you guys.